Yesterday, we brought you the story about how GOP Senate candidate Herschel Walker actually has a secret child, a 10-year-old that he was apparently hiding from the public. Since then, though, we've learned that Walker has even more children he was hiding from the public, although he denies that. Now, first, some context for anyone who might have missed the initial story on this. Walker has a second son who has apparently been estranged from his biological father since his birth a decade ago. The son, whose name the Daily Beast is withholding out of privacy concerns, has grown up more than 1,500 miles from Walker's Texas home, and the mother, whose name is also being withheld, had to take Walker to court a year after giving birth in order to secure a declaration of paternity and child support, meaning Herschel Walker denied that he was the father, was refusing to pay child support, so the mother had to take him to court so he would stop being a deadbeat father. Now, unfortunately, he happens to be more of a deadbeat father than we realized. And look, there's a lot of relevance to this because of the messaging coming from his son, Christian Walker. We'll get to that in just a second. But a day after the Daily Beast broke the news that Herschel Walker had a secret 10-year-old son he fathered out of wedlock, the football star turned politician confirmed late Wednesday night that he has yet another son with a different woman that the public doesn't know about, as well as a daughter that he had in college. In the case of Walker's 10-year-old, the footballer or football star seems to have played very little role. In the latest case with his 13-year-old son, Walker seems to have been present for a whopping 2 occasions, according to social media photos, but it's unclear how active he's been beyond that. And the daughter he had when he was in college is now an adult, and there isn't really much information about what kind of relationship, if any, he has with her. But he did say this to the Daily Beast, which I found laughable, because we're learning about all of this now. I have 4 children, 3 sons and a daughter that we know about for now. They're not undisclosed, they're my kids. I support them all and love them all. I've never denied my children. I confirmed this when I was appointed to the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. I just chose not to use them as props to win a political campaign. What parent would want their child involved in garbage gutter politics like this? But as you guys know, Walker has in fact involved his children, namely his son Christian Walker, in politics. In fact, here's Walker speaking at the 2018 annual council meeting of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition, of which Walker was a member until he was forced to resign because he's now running for office. Let's watch.
My son, I was a football player. I ran track, where my son was an incredible track guy. But he decided he wanted to do competitive cheerleading. And I said, as long as you're active. And I at first, cheerleading, I was like, what? And but then by being a father, getting involved, I saw that competitive cheerleading was very difficult. I thought it was harder than football. And so I think parents getting involved with your child is very, very important.
Very, very important. Is he involving his son in gutter politics? Is that what's happening here? And his son, Christian Walker, he writes, Nick Cannon, is everything wrong in our culture? Is he? Knocking women up and then being too busy banging other women to take care of his children. Fathers, control your ding-a-ling, get home and raise your damn kids. But he didn't limit this kind of commentary to Twitter. He also posted videos about it. One more video for you, let's take a look.
I know the fatherless home is a major problem. And Herschel Walker, who was born in Wrightsville, Georgia, I took care of a lot of people in my hometown. I took care of a lot of the places around where I grew up. I was being like a father to some of those kids that may have had father. The problem we have is we're going back to this mentality that the father leaves in the black family. He leaves and leaves the boys alone. All these riots and all these things going on, has anyone talked about a solution? Everyone talking about all this stuff. Here's the one solution. I said, guys, we have a lot of NBA, NFL players. We have a lot of NBA players. and they want to help. They're giving millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter. Well, let's not do that. What we need to do is let's say, okay, Herschel, and I blame myself, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I said, what we need to do is let's go in our neighborhood and let's become fathers of those fatherless child.
Parents getting involved with your child is very, very important. But also adults getting involved with kids, because some kids do not have a parent, a mother or father. So I don't think.
So that was Herschel Walker, obviously, but his son Christian, mimics the same talking points and videos that he posts on social media. Cenk, is there ever anything that the right wing does that isn't projection?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So look, when before I read all the details of the story, I hear that he's got the extra son, and then it turns out 3 extra kids. And then I saw next just him saying, look, I didn't want to involve him in the political campaigns. Doesn't mean that I hid them. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me find out, right? And maybe that's true. And he even pointed to a document back, I think in 2018, where he filled out a form and mentioned the 4 kids, okay? So I totally go in with an open mind. But then you see over and over again, as you saw in that video, him pretend as if he only has Christian Walker as his son and blame other people like, oh, you gotta be with your kids, man. And then how he talks again repeatedly about how he's stepping up for other kids and being kind of like a father figure to them because they didn't have fathers. Well, how about your own kids?
Yeah.
So the 10-year-old, he says, oh no, I send him 2 presents a year.
Wow. My dad was, he was around. Like he would take me to the park on the weekends, and we'd have family dinners and barbecues and stuff. But I always felt like my dad didn't do enough. I would have much rather preferred him to just like never be seen. But he sends me 2 gifts a year. That's what a real dad does.
Yeah.
What?
No. Okay. Now on the paternity case, so they do a test, presumably in the beginning. Okay. Then the case goes for 2 more years. Why are you still fighting it if it's your kid? What happened to, you gotta stick up for the fatherless kids, etc. It's your kid, but no, you didn't wanna pay. And later, to soothe your conscience, you send the kid 2 presents a year? Look guys, sometimes people split up. I'm not judging anyone, but you don't come around here and tell every other black father, oh, it's your fault, and you tell all black people, it's a culture's fault. And by the way, why? For your own benefit, because white right-wingers are gonna love that. So you're making a living off of blaming other black people. Meanwhile, you're not even going to see your own kids. I'll give you one more quote from him. He said, and I want to apologize to the African American, this is back in 2020, he's not apologizing for what's happening now. And he's not him apologizing. He's saying basically, he just can't speak, by the way. That's another problem, right? He's saying that basically that black people should apologize. He says, and I want to apologize to the African American community because the fatherless home is a major, major problem, okay? And he said that he had been, quote, like a father to some of the kids that never had fathers. How about your own kids? How about your own kids?
And I don't believe that he was like a father. Like that was BS.
He's doing the same thing Ben Carson does, which is what do the racist right-wingers want to hear?
Totally.
Whatever it is, well, I'll take it. I'll take your money. I'll take for speeches, books, whatever else. I'll run for office. What do you racists want to hear? I'll serve it up on a silver platter to you guys and hide my real identity. And speaking of which, look, these are important issues, but that you should know, and I have to confess, I didn't know, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys now. 2 different girlfriends and wives of Herschel Walker said that he threatened to blow their brains out. So no matter what you think of what he did or didn't do with his kids in raising them, that is seriously troubling. Of course, it didn't trouble Republicans at all, as he easily won that primary. Oh, threatening to blow off the heads of your spouses, what's the big deal? So it's a pattern with him. And finally, his own therapist, get a load of this. I'm quoting the Daily Beast here. The therapist who diagnosed Herschel Walker, Dr. Jerry Mungadze, claims that he has dissociative identity disorder, which means that he has several different personalities, alter egos, that he becomes a different person at different times. We're gonna elect this guy to the Senate. Which guy? Which Herschel Walker? I'm not making fun of his health issues. Go to a real therapist, get it resolved. But I can't put you into office as a United States Senator if I don't even know who you are, and you don't even know who you are. But wait, it gets worse. His therapist then said that disorder is the product of satanic demons.
Oh, come on.
Come on. And right now, I think he's leading in Georgia. Come on, we have to stop electing actual lunatics. Like honest to goodness, certifiable, clinical lunatics.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Republicans, what is wrong with you? Why do you see a guy with massive mental problems go, that's my guy?
Because YOLO, that's why.
I guess.
I don't know.